Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be reading a book to you named Pride of the Parade. Let's paint racing stripes on the old engine, Huey exclaimed. Mickey Mouse laughed. Hold it, he said. We still want it to look like a fire truck. Mickey and the boys were on their way to the fire station. They had offered to decorate an antique fire engine for the town day parade the very next day. Uncle Donald is working on a top secret parade float, said Louie. He won't let us see it. Don't worry, Mickey answered. Our fine old engine will be the pride of the parade. Mickey and the others arrived just in time to see their friend Goofy slide down the brass pole in the middle of the fire station. Hiya, gang, said Goofy. Goofy is a junior volunteer, just like me, Mickey told the boys as he leaned over to pet his friendly Dalmatian. This is Freckles, the fire station's mascot. Here's our parade engine. Goofy grinned as he led the boys to an old-fashioned pumper truck. Isn't she a beauty? Mickey started polishing the engine, while Goofy and the boys went to work on the decorations. Does this truck still work? Asked one of the boys. Mickey nodded. Yes, it still works, but it's not as fast or as powerful as the newer engines. Now we just use it for parades. Mickey and the others looked at the shiny modem fire engines. So, this is the hook and ladder, said Goofy. Of course, the one behind it is the pumper truck. Goofy, you got it backwards, said Mickey. This is the pumper truck. Boys, it has a powerful pump on it to force the water through the hoses. It must be real hard being a firefighter, said Louie. It sure is, Goofy responded proudly. Do you remember when the big hotel caught fire? We had to rescue about 20 people. I even saved Miss Potter's parakeet. Gosh, Goofy, said Mickey. If I remember it right, the regular firefighters rescued the parakeet. They just gave it to you to hold. But I was a big help, Goofy insisted. I went and found Miss Potter and gave her back her bird. I'll tell you another story, boys, said Goofy. A couple of years ago, there was a big fire in the park outside town. What happened? The boy said eagerly. A campfire roared out of control, said Goofy, but I rushed boldly into the forest. That night, we saved the woods from being burnt down. I remember that night, said Mickey. It was cold. You and I passed the blankets out to the campers. I don't remember doing much else. Goofy looked embarrassed. After that, he didn't tell any more stories. He and the others finally finished decorating the engine and headed home together. Everybody looked forward to the next day, the day of the big parade. The whole town turned out to watch the parade. The antique truck led the way with Mickey at the wheel. The boys were allowed to ride in the back with Goofy. "We're going to win the blue ribbon for Best Parade entry," said Huey. "Uncle Donald's float doesn't have a chance." Donald's float was just behind the fire engine. He had mounted a spaceship on his old pickup truck. "Hey, Donald," someone called from the crowd. "Is that a real rocket ship?" "Almost," Donald said proudly. "Get a good look. My float is going to send the judges to the moon." Donald drove his wobbly rocket down the street. Sparks were flying everywhere. Suddenly, the rocket caught fire. Within seconds, the whole float was in flames. "Help!" squawked Donald. "Fire!" "I'll save you!" Goofy cried as Mickey pulled to a stop. Goofy jumped off the fire truck. He grabbed one of the hoses and hooked it to a nearby hydrant. Then Goofy began spraying Donald's float. Before long, the fire was out. Goofy was a hero at last. During the award ceremony after the parade, the mayor asked him to come forward. "Goofy, you were the pride of the parade," said the mayor. "I'd like you to accept this blue ribbon for bravery. In fact, you're the bravest junior volunteer who ever held a hose." The end. Thank you so much for joining me today. And please remember to press that subscribe button so I can read to you another day. Until then.